Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Welcome back to the Cast of the Pod podcast. I'm just kind of being sarcastic about that. Cast of the Pod podcast. But normally we talk about horror movies, but we're moving into the new season of movies. Wait. What is it? Movies, music, and mayhem.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Eminem. Yeah.
Eminem.
And but we are going to continue, especially with this movie that recently just came out, Evil Dead Burn. Big Evil Dead fans here. We had a very good, very successful episode not back in the day, but a while back for Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that a little bit today. But we are the Fantabulous Four. I'm Josh.
I'm Deb.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
And I'm Cantu.
And we're going into. You know what? I didn't even do my homework. I didn't bring up my MDibs or nothing.
Can't work like this.
This is hard.
It's hard out here. I roll up here, fresh out the shower. I sit down in this room. Everything, all the work's been done. I got to put on headphones. And, I don't do anything. And then you don't even got the MDib open, man.
Okay, so, whoa, calm down there. Look, MDib's trying to throw. Look, it changed movies. It's taking me to Legally Blonde, the new Legally Blonde instead of Evil Dead Burn. They don't want us to talk about this. 2026 R-rated film, 1 hour 50 minutes. Yeah, this movie seemed like it was 2 hours.
Yeah.
1 hour 50 minutes. After the loss of her husband, a woman seeks solace with her in-laws. What? As one by one they transform into Deadites, she comes to discover that the vows she took in life survive even in death. I like that. I like that write-up.
She wasn't searching for solace with them. She didn't want to be there.
She, at all.
Period.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
not at all.
I don't blame her either. Movie stars Sohelia Jacob as Alice, Tandy Wright as Susan, Hunter Doohan. Hey, I wonder if he's related to James Doohan from Star Trek. Scotty as Joseph, Lucianne Buchanan. Bocanas. Did I ever tell you the Bocanas story?
I don't think so.
Cobweb, have I told you?
What's the Bocana?
So one of my coworkers from my previous job, we were talking about imbibing in alcoholic beverages. And she was talking about, we like the Bocanas. And she was born and raised in Mexico, English being her third language. And she was like, the Bocanas. Everybody has a Bocanas. I was like, what are you talking about, Bocanas? She's like, you have to know Bocanas. And I'm looking, blah, blah, blah. And then she brings it up on her phone. And I was like, that's Buchanan's.
Yeah.
And she goes,
that?
Is it a whiskey?
Yeah, it's a blended scotch.
There you go. And I tell her, I'm like, no, that's Buchanan's. And she goes, no, in Mexico, we call it Bocanas.
Bocanas.
I said, okay, what happens if somebody says they want a tortilla? She's like, no, they're stupid. It's tortillas. I said, well, Bocanas is Buchanan's. Just like tortilla is not tortilla. And she's like, nah.
You can't tell them nothing.
You can't tell her ass shit. She ain't for her, bro. Why you trying to bust a bubble like that? Just let her be.
Yeah,
she was the one that was getting in my bubble. She's a good person, but this is just one instance. That's all. I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying she couldn't tolerate Buchanan's, Bocanas, and tortilla.
Yeah, man. When I started hanging out in the valley back in college, I went down there and they were offering me bucanas. And I'm like, what's that? They're like, it's good. And I saw the bottle. I was like, y'all can't read. Can't talk. I don't know if I want to hang out with y'all.
Well, it's just like back in the day playing Street Fighter and everybody's like, oh, you're playing as Gully? I'm like, no, that's guile. Like being slick and you know, your guile.
Are you serious?
You're being conniving. They call it Gully.
Gully, yeah, Cobb. Oh, Gully.
That's what they call it. What the heck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with people, man? Why? I mean, how did you get Gully?
About Mexican Americans, man. Just there's things that we are and things that we become, and some of us become and others stay are. You feel me?
English comprehension, English reading comprehension is not one of the for any group of people in America is not one of the highest rated.
No,
yeah. But anyways, we're going back to this 2026 beaut of a film, Evil Dead Burn. So we recorded a short review right after we left the theater. Cantu, myself, and Deb got to do a field trip because since we're here in San Antonio. One of these days we'll fly Cobb out for a movie, or watch the movie, and then fly him right back afterwards.
Oh hell no! He got that. He fly us out there money. We're going to Chicago, baby.
Hey, that's if it was a choice, you guys would prefer to come to Chicago.
I'm gonna sleep on the floor in front of Miss Pac-Man,
especially in 100-degree weather there. Here. So yeah,
it's not here, but hey, it's still Chicago.
So the director of Evil Dead Burn. Oh, so I said we filmed a review right after as we walked out, just so in case I change my mind. I don't think I changed my mind.
Yeah, you said you wanted to have a reminder of what you thought immediately after you left, so that you could see if it changes.
And I have not seen it again. I have not reviewed it. It was just fresh emotion right then and there. We won't post that until after this pod's been out a couple of days. That way everybody can hear this pod first, all four of us.
I recorded a pre-roll too while I was driving to the theater.
Oh, shit.
About us. And then I recorded when I bought my beer, I recorded waiting for y'all. just little bits. Nothing too deep.
So it was directed by Sebastian Vanacek.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
How you pronounce that?
Sebastian Vanacek. And written by Florent Bernard.
Real quick, I want to bring up the casting directors. It was a team of three. It was Chelsea Ellis Bloch, Christy McGregor, and Will Pierce. Now, I don't know who any of them are. I don't know what they've worked on. I don't know anything, but I did know that they found Lucianne Buchanan, and I like to give them props because, thank you.
Lucianne Buchanan was the one that lost her fingers, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the girlfriend?
Sissy Boy's wife.
Yes.
Okay.
No, they weren't married.
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Sissy Boy?
Yeah. The brother. Because it's the brother and the sister. And the sister was married to the guy that died at the beginning. And
there were two brothers. And then the one that died.
My bad, you're right.
The one that died was married to, and then the other two are just boyfriend and girlfriend because she tells them, remind me for us not to get married.
That's right.
Touche.
They were don't
no. Cobb, Cantu, sorry, y'all are right. I mean in the true.
I ain't say shit.
The true meaning of touche. You are correct. I do want to say that the dad, Edgar, who's enrolled.
Bill Burr.
What?
He reminds me of Bill Burr.
Oh yeah, Bill Burr. But he also reminds me of Jackie Earl Haley from RoboCop, from Bad News Bears, Nightmare on Elm Street, Watchmen, San Antonio's own Jackie Earl Haley. He reminded me of a Timu version of Jackie Earl Haley.
And so
I can see that.
I've been trying to figure out who the brother is. He's the one from Wednesday. He's Tyler from Wednesday.
The boyfriend. Yeah. Remember the boyfriend that goes into the crazy house, Cobb? We talked about him with Murs.
I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've seen Wednesday.
It was the first season. He had the curly hair.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, I do remember now. Yeah, that kid.
So that's who Sissy Boy was.
Rorschach's from here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, that makes me like Rorschach even more.
Yeah.
He's like, he's across the street right now. We could go grab him. He's gonna ask you for $2 or $3 more.
He's not from far from here. Not very far from here. I won't say it on here because he doesn't publicly put it out there.
Right.
But yeah, he does. Yeah, he lives in San Antonio when he's not living other places.
Yeah.
But
jeez.
Yeah. Cobb, you want to go ahead and start on this movie?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. This movie was fucking some crazy ass shit. The more I realize it, I've been thinking about it as we've been, contemplating, playing around with it. I mean, it's not. I mean, you've seen a lot of Evil Dead movies. You get the concept of it. This was a little bit more different because of the simple fact is they gave like the evil almost like as a one entity instead of like a big, huge conglomerate of evil. It seemed focused at one type of evil entity, that was trying to stop, trying to succeed and trying to stop the one thing that could stop it, which is always so fucking stupid because once you go after the one thing that can stop you, it always ends up killing you. You can ask Unicron that shit, Yeah. So, so, I mean, I like this shit, it was kind of crazy a little bit, when you start thinking about it, like some of the real fight scenes. And this mug got pretty hardcore. I mean, the scene with the father when they was in that car, that shit was fucked up. That shit was fucked up big time. And I still don't understand the beginning of this motherfucking shit. I don't understand who the fuck was the motherfuckers at the lake.
So hold on. Wait. We got to talk about the movie before we do our soliloquies with the reviews at the end. But yes,
well, this is the beginning of the movie right now. This is the beginning of the movie. I don't understand what the fuck was that. Who the fuck was that? Who was those two guys? Can somebody please explain to me who the motherfuckers was at the beginning of the movie?
That was the worst house party movie ever. That's what it was.
That was Morris Chestnut as Play and some random kid as kid.
Jesus. This is what we sipping on right now. That made no sense at all.
No. Hold on. Anybody who's hold on. You're talking about Evil Dead. You don't remember how the last one started? You don't have how any of the movies.
The last one was the lake house.
I remember how the last one started.
Yeah. So they have to they have to tease that it's still spread through. In this movie, they bring out the curse and the 4 words you're not supposed to say, and she says the 4 words, and then the tracking camera, like on all the Evil Dead movies, starts happening. And right before she says the 4th word, the 4th word, she's like, "Nah, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna say that." She literally said, "Fuck that." Right. And they're trying to tease you and make you think that she or the grandfather brought out the demons. But the truth be told, as we learn later on, it's still connected to the last movie. So the Deadites and the demons have been out all this time. There was no reason for her to invoke them or anything like that because they're still continuing from the last movie. Yeah. And that brings in the lake house, and that brings in the swamps, and that brings in the to me, all that part of the movie was Resident Evil 7 Village, the video game. It was just that it had the not to bring in skin tones or anything like that, but the very pasty, dirty blonde white girl at the beginning as the creature that comes through the water and kills Kid and Play. Dude, Kid got it bad with the fishing line all through his face.
Man, that was new and creative.
And then Play brings
that's about as good as it's going to get with them because I see no point to them being even in the movie.
Well, you have to
at least in the first one, at least when in the last one, they tied the opening scene to something. in the movie. This one, they didn't tie this to shit.
Well, if you saw the opening scenes from the last one and the final scenes, then
this ties it.
That's what it was. It's to
this
show
ties
you
it
that
to the
was
last
still-
movie.
They were out there. They hadn't been put away.
They were searching for the family that has the one thing that can kill them. They garnered so much power in the last one, and even though it looked like she got thrown in the pulp, the wood chipper chopped up machine at the end of the last one, it shows that didn't stop the possession, which is kind of changing the lore of Evil Dead, because it wasn't just a cut off their head or burn them or anything like that. Destroy the body, they're gone. Now this is showing that the spirits, if they're not jumping like Fallen, have you seen Fallen with Denzel? Good movie.
Yeah.
If they're not jumping from body to body before they die, they can still come back. As we learned at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, Cobb, did you see both end credit scenes?
I remember, wait, there were two?
Yep.
I remember one with the grandma. Was there another one?
Yep,
Yep.
there's another one after that. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what you get.
You're supposed to wait till the lights turn on.
They did turn on.
Then you need to go get a refund from your theater. That's whack. The way they handle movies, whack. The way they treat the trailers, whack. Just
What?
You ain't seen that clip? The way he combs his hair, whack. No, it's man.
No.
When I was looking at you here with misunderstanding, I didn't. When I didn't laugh, when y'all laughed, when I didn't say whack at the third time, I do not see.
So-
You could have just been like
So the
not feeling it.
the deaths of the two guys at the beginning are simply because they saw her. She was there when she emerged from the lake, the lady of the lake. And the only reason she came out from the lake was because they were sensing that it was time that they could get to, what was his name? Was it Will?
Will was the first one.
The first one to die, the club owner.
Yeah.
And the only reason the only reason they
Wait a
died.
second.
Because he's the one that she
Go
killed.
ahead, Cobb.
Wait, didn't they pull that head out of the river?
No, that was another
Out
head.
of the lake?
That was another head. It wasn't hers.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Those two guys happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all. There was no meaning behind them. There was nothing,
They left Cleveland one time, and this is what happened.
Sebastian Vanishek, allegedly, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen anything. I'm just completely assuming, allegedly, that he was like, you know what? I haven't seen Kid and Play in a movie in a long time. So I'm going to put them in this movie. And I'm going to dispel the rumors that brothers don't fish, because we know they do. And we're just going to put them out. And they're the best of friends. And one of the friends happens to have a girlfriend that has obsession, companion, codependency issues, tying back to all our different episodes recently. And what I'm trying to say is they're building up a lot of backstory for these two guys who die in the first 5 minutes.
Look, we spent like last 10, 15 minutes just talking about their crazy asses, and they didn't mean shit.
I was going to go less into that part and just make the Kid and Play joke and move on. But
I understand. It's just that's the first thing I thought of when I left out the movie. That was the first thing I thought of when I left out the movie. We were sitting in the car with Erica, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And she was like, I have no idea.
Everything that happened in this movie, and that was the one thing that
was the one thing that I do want to throw out there. We were going to wait until this movie came home for home release, but one of these kids was doing his own thing. One of these kids is kind of insane. You remember that from Sesame Street? One of these kids is doing his own thing. And Cobweb's like, we need to see this movie. What's up? Go, bro. Go.
I didn't say we needed to see the movie. I just said that, hey, we should just go see it. I mean, I was taking the wife out to go see it anyway. You guys should have just went and saw the movie. Like, I mean, it's Evil Dead. Why would you not want to go see Evil Dead on opening night? I mean, it's like saying you got tickets to see Michael Jackson, and I'm just going to sit at home and just sit and relax and wait for it to come on VHS.
No, because we didn't have tickets.
No, because like how you pointed out, I am the out of us, I would be the Evil Dead guy who there's I don't know. We haven't really got into it with Cantu. He might be the Evil Dead person of the group after all. We hadn't asked him much about it, but before Cantu came along, I was the Evil Dead person of the group with a whole bunch of memories and things and all that tied to it, and yeah, but just like you pointed out,
right.
And then I was like, you know what? That movie's going to fade out the theater 1 to 2 weeks. It's going to hit home and it's going to blow up when it hits home. Everybody's going to watch it when they hit home, and that's when everybody's going to be talking about it more. The only people that are going to be talking about it now, as I saw when I went to the reviews, are the serious reviewers. I can't remember his name, but he does like 5-minute reviews. He's got a red background. He reviewed it. He was great. He always has a solid red background behind him, bright red, candy apple red background. But then everybody else, they're like, oh, this movie has gore and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And 90% of them, somewhere along the time during the review, ends up saying, I've never seen the other ones, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's how it is. I mean, it's a franchise. How long has the franchise been going on for?
A bajillion years.
I mean, how many decades?
The first
Since
Evil
what?
Dead was 1974, I think.
Exactly. That's 52 years.
Was it that long ago?
If it was 1974, that's 52 years, my friend. Exactly.
81.
That's
80.
a long ass.
Okay.
That's an
I was off
old
by
ass
7
franchise.
years.
That's like
That's
Star
still
Wars.
that's still a long time ago.
Yeah, it's still
1981.
4 decades, yeah.
Yeah, decades and decades.
Yeah.
So something we did see while they were in the theater, and me and Cantu were kind of laughing about it. There was a grandpa and the grandchild there together watching the film.
Oh wow, that's cool.
With a child. The kid had to be 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No business.
Well, this is
That's kinda young.
this is San Antonio, so it may have been great grandpa and
yeah. It could have been brothers.
True.
There you go.
I resemble that.
Circle of life.
I resemble that remark.
Give me my insulin. Dude, mom said I can't give it to you.
I've got an uncle who's 3 years younger than me that has a brother that's like 5. Now, yeah. So that means that's my uncle also, and he's like 5. I have a 5-year-old uncle, son of a bitch.
Yeah, but sounds like it. Hey, whoa.
Hey, touching that one.
Shit, that's not even a joke.
All right. So check it out. This flick. Back to this movie, man. This young. I knew that when it started off with him and his old girl, and they were arguing and shit, and he drove off in the car. I knew he was going to either get a DUI. I thought he was going to get a DUI or some shit.
He got something.
He got something. Because after that, it was just all downhill. I didn't realize how much her family disliked her. She did not. Their family did not like her. I don't know why she just didn't go to the funeral and then take their asses home. Why would you even go to that dirty ass house and have people over there?
So like Cobb's saying, it starts off. They're in a club. Will is there, and he's got a French wife. My MDib shut down for whatever reason. I can't remember her name. She's the main character in the movie, and his younger brother is there, who's a writer. We come to find out, and they show how much money that Will has because he buys him like a $2,000 pen to help motivate him to write. And then the what was her name? The one you said that they found. The casting director Cantu found
Lucian Buchanan played Tia.
Yes. So
I'll call her whatever she wants me to call her.
Will and
He was good.
Will and Joseph apparently Yeah, like a little bit of melanin in there, a little bit of spice of the life. Because they completely moved away from their mom and dad. And
Wow.
They broke a generational curse and went out and looked for some ass.
Okay, so Will gets pissed off. You find out that he is abusive. You find out a little bit that he's abusive. Drives off while he's having a fit, driving down the road. And it was one of those memento sections because right after Kid and Play died, you see her go up, the creature that killed them, go up to the street and get hit by a car. And then it cuts to Will and Joe and Tia and what's the main character's name? Alice. You see them. And that's when the arguing happens. And you find out about the pen. Alice, that's something that was a jerk move that hit me hard when Will says, "Oh, Alice has always been with her pictures, but then I bought her this camera, and now she does beautiful work."
They were all assholes.
This is another movie.
We talked about this circle of friends last time. They were all.
It was like a
assholes.
Club. They were just like straight club personas.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. He had he had that club guy vibe and shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you do find out that he did hurt her pretty bad. You kind of think like, man, this guy was, he was a piece of shit, to that extent, like that he did something like that to his lady, but I don't know, man.
So before we,
I just felt as if that they didn't. I don't think. I think that it was kind of. I don't know. I can't put my finger on this movie.
So before
something missing.
Before we found out all these character flaws of Will, this is when we see him die at the very beginning of the movie, and it's brutal and it's filled with fire, and he runs over the blonde. They didn't even give her a name or anything like that, right?
Her name was.
No.
crunch. And like her head rolls off to the side, but it still keeps on talking. The seatbelts pull in. Everything starts catching on fire. Is very, very brutal. This we haven't got to our ratings. We won't get to the ratings until the end. But this film to me just felt like what kind of brutality can we put in a big budget film, in a mass market film? It didn't feel like an Evil Dead to me. That's just me. And some people are already online saying, "Oh, you old people just don't like it because Ash wasn't in it." I love the last one. Ash wasn't in it. He was in a teaser scene, but that doesn't, had nothing to do with loving the movie.
So her name is Jessica.
Oh, okay.
I was looking.
Well, it's like this. Here, Josh. I feel you on this, and let me break this down to you because I remember when they were in that apartment building, right? And they were staring out the freaking
the last one, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah. And they were staring out the peephole. And that shit was just terrifying just seeing that by itself. And you didn't see any gore. Most best horror movies, even like with Evil Dead and stuff like that, the gore is not, you don't need the over the top gore.
Well,
I mean, it's
Evil Dead. You do. Sam Raimi's known for his juices, keeping things moist.
I forget about the chainsaw.
Well, not only the chainsaw, but you got to think about like Drag Me to Hell and all those movies where there's just black viscous fluids oozing out of mouths and eyes and ears into other people's mouths, and then there's like milky substances pouring out of other people's faces into other people's faces and stuff like that.
The milk.
So
the milk. How could I forget the milk?
I'm going to say this right now, and this is teasing a future episode. It's going to be Deborah, myself, Tommy, and Envy. But The Mummy is a better Evil Dead movie than Evil Dead Burn.
This most recent one with the daughter.
Lee Cronin's. Yeah. The Mummy is a better Evil Dead movie than this movie. People can say what they want to say about it, about me not liking it. But anyways, we're not getting to that part yet. They have the funeral for Will. And just like Cobb said, the family don't want nothing to do with her except Joseph and Taya. the brother-in-law and girlfriend-in-law. What, Deb?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something. And I mean, at the funeral, as soon as the funeral, they're like, "Oh, there's construction going on."
They said they're going to end it at 12 o'clock, so it'll be over shortly.
And right as it's going and they're talking, all you hear is in the background of yes, all the sound effects going is crazy, and it's very uncomfortable. As soon as they start they start leaving this, then Timu Rorschach goes to the back, right? And there's this the guy, the assistant, the mortuary assistant's back there, going to start the cremation process.
He's dropping dope beats and fat rhymes.
Yeah.
Well, he almost dropped the whole body in the casket. So
he did have a hard time with that.
So I want to point something out. I didn't mean to bring this up, and I didn't mean to bring this up on pod live in front of our pod people, or live in recordings and all that. But this is the first time Deb and I have been to the movies with Cantu. Going to the movies with Cantu is an experience.
Oh, shit. What happened? I was there. What happened?
Going to the movies with Cantu is like going to the movies with our dear OG Hatchet TV, OG cast of the pod. She was on After Chuckles, KB.
I don't know what this means. Like earlier when you like going whack, I don't know.
So KB, just for description purposes, what would be the easiest way?
Just say it.
He's saying that you talked a lot in the movie.
Yeah. I said jokes.
Oh, hell no. You be talking through the movie and shit?
I said jokes.
KB.
Oh, hell
KB talks to the movie.
Is the stereotype of a young black woman at a theater.
Yeah.
Just the stereotype.
Don't go in there,
yes, that's her. And I told her.
No. Hey.
Oh, no, you didn't. Y'all see that?
Hey, and there's no. Hey, people watch the movies how they watch the movies, but KB is very, very wordy during movies, and
I told her, KB, I love you.
But we can't go to movies with you again.
I'm never going to a movie with you again.
I am the type of button all the way up to the top collar at the movies person where I don't talk once the trailers hit. I'm like, phones need to be away. That's why I turned my phone off. I didn't even silence my phone. I was like, I know I got some alarms on here or something that's gonna go off. And
dude,
what you got?
Go ahead, bro. There was a guy at the fucking movies where we saw, and this motherfucker literally, just as the movie's getting ready to start, he stands up and he literally says, "Everybody turn your phones off."
Well,
he literally he announces it to the whole everybody, like, turn your phones on silent, please. Who the fuck is this motherfucker?
The good thing about this is Evil Dead Burn is not a movie where there's going to be silence or anticipation like that, where a phone ringing or somebody talking is going to mess it up for you. It's not going to mess it up for you, whatever. But so we're there, and as soon as the mortuary assistant goes to move the casket, and then it starts falling, it falls a little bit, right? Cantu's like, man, janky ass mortuary funeral ass home, motherfucker.
Fuck.
Do you like my Cantu impersonation there?
Yes.
That was actually pretty good. I actually thought he said it.
It's like I'm looking in a mirror.
and I turn and look at it and I'm like, just wave my head, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like freaking Pet Cemetery and shit.
Well, I can see that.
When he was trying to get the body down, that's what I was thinking there. I said, "Oh, this is going to be like that." I
do have a question. The mortuary assistant, right? So right when he's about to burn the body, then Timu Rorschach shows up, and he's like, "I just need to see my son 5 more minutes." Okay, I understand. No problem or anything like that. So as that happens,
he didn't. He said, "Like, I can't do that."
Right.
Like that's against company
it's
policy.
And but he does tell him, he was like, just don't tell nobody, I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
So as that happens though, Will starts banging from the inside of the casket, tears open the casket. The dad's trying to break into the casket. My boy. And then the hand comes out on fire, grabs the dad by the arm, starts burning him. And with the Deadites, as soon as a wound is created, that's when it doesn't go, switch vessels, but it spreads. Right. So the madness is now in the dad. And the dad sits there and he's watching it as Will comes out and just there's blood gushing all over the place. You don't see it, but they allude to the mortuary assistant just being destroyed.
Right, because there was blood and flinging and moist sounds.
I had a question about that.
Are you talking about the end of the movie? Talking to the mic as you do that. You're turning to talk to me.
Well, so when that happened, because I know like everybody comes back. He didn't come back. Where did he go?
The assistant.
Yeah.
So my question is, right after that happens and the dad's on the ground freaking out and there's gallons of blood just being thrown all over the walls and all that, then they cut to driving up to the house. The house that looks like the Resident Evil 7 house. And it's just all shitty. It's all shitty and all that. And then find out that Joseph inherited the house. Well, he wasn't inherited. They gave them the house. Mom and dad gave him the house. And of course, dad's already like, oh, you like living in shit. You didn't edge the sidewalk. Motherfucker, there's other issues. There's bigger things to worry about than edging the sidewalk. But
that house was crap.
But
they talking a lot of shit. That motherfucking house was fucked up.
Yes, it was. But they go straight to that. Nobody talks about the poor mortician, whatever. Nobody, it's just like they left. Right. So there's a cliffhanger. There's a big hole in the story. And as soon as you get to the house, then the tension builds about how it was the wrong brother that passed away, and nobody likes the dad doesn't like Joseph because Joseph is a writer and he's spineless. As we find out later on in the movie, he's super spineless. And everything just starts building to a head. And I'm already at this point of like, okay, so they back to Kid and Play. They killed Kid and Play at the beginning of the movie. Will got burnt. Now this movie's just slow to nothing, just crawling fucking crap. And I'm like, where's Evil Dead at? There's no Evil Dead in this movie. And then the dad, he's there and he's got, again with a corkscrew, like companion. Yeah. He's fighting with he's fidgeting with the corkscrew, right? And then Deb, Cobweb, y'all go ahead and what does dad do with the corkscrew?
He killed the dog.
That motherfucker.
You went
At this point, I was like, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to watch the rest of the movie.
How did he kill the dog?
He just went stabbing crazy. Like
Stabby McStabberson.
With the corkscrew.
Crushing, yeah.
Like, why did he have to do that to the dog? The dog was just worried about him.
So he wasn't doing it out of anger or malice or anything like that.
He's taken over. He's evil now.
And he's spreading the word, the tabernacle of Evil Dead, if you will. That's just, he's bringing in another one.
He did something. Right, Josh, because he did something at the funeral home with Alice or some shit like that, because she knew that he wasn't right.
They all treated her like shit.
Yeah.
They all have his story. They established that they don't like her at all. They barely like each other. Nobody likes the father.
Yeah, but she kept taking the corkscrew away from him.
Yeah, because she knew.
No. Was it her?
They took away the corkscrew. Can I have the steak knife?
Yeah, because before they were sitting at the table, she was taking the plates and the glasses to the table, and she caught him in that room, and he was about to stab himself. He was in the basement.
Well, not only was he going to stab himself, he was going down the road. He was running down the road, not across the road. The true way, and
that's how you get things done.
She takes the pocket knife from him. Which she's gonna use later on because she took it away from him, and
then he got the.
He says, "Don't tell my wife," and Was it just me, or did sometimes there was like no flavor, there's no accent or anything to him, and then sometimes he was like backwoodsy. Like it was.
Yeah.
He kept going back and forth.
Maybe the different possessions or something like that.
Sometimes it was more him than it was the Deadite.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she had already seen that he was and then she took the steak knife away, but then he just grabs the dog. See, I thought y'all were going to point it out, wrestling related. He grabs the dog in a headlock, and then he has the corkscrew between his fingers, like he was in a female defense course. Put your keys between your fingers.
To be honest, as soon as he grabbed the dog, I didn't even see him when he stabbed. He grabbed the dog, and I completely turned my head. I didn't even see it. So
she watched all the other blood and guts and people's skin being flayed off and burnt and everything like that.
And the kiss.
And we will get to the kiss.
I didn't watch the kiss.
No, we talked about that. Yeah, she did.
Missed out on a piece of art history.
No, I did not. No, thank you.
So yeah, I knew Deb and Cobb were gonna be like, "Fuck this movie." They killed the dog.
Yeah, that took place.
But I don't feel as bad, right? But spoiler, but I don't feel as bad because the dog came back. So I was like, "Hey, he's cool," you know.
See,
I was like,
but then they still killed him.
Well, no, but Cobweb
again, right? So he died twice.
But Cobweb's right, because he didn't kill him out of anger and malice, like I was saying. He brought him along because he knew he was part of it. So now he brought his pet dog along. Come on, Spot, be with me.
I mean, that's the mission. Their mission is to hire as much help as possible to get the artifact.
Yes.
That's the whole point. I think it's important to point out that the father was aware that something was happening to him because of what we just pointed out a little bit ago. When he said, "Don't tell my wife," and the disappearing accents and all that, he knew that something was happening, and it's that thing that his son wasn't dead, right?
Do you think he was trying to end himself? Do you think he was trying to save the family, stop the curse?
No, because then he would have done himself immediately. I think that if he cared that much for them, which I think in a sick way he would have, then he'd have took himself out immediately. Because if the Deadite wasn't strong enough to be in full control of him and he was still conscious to be able to come through, be like, "Don't tell my wife," while he was trying to do it, maybe he was too weak at that point to do it to himself, that the Deadite had just enough power not to be in complete control, but enough to keep him from killing himself with immediacy.
Just like we talked about in Obsession with Key Vibes, this is one of those movies where if you have the chance to go, you leave. And I don't know about y'all, but if I was, funeral or not, recently deceased, relative or not, if I'm at the table and the patriarch of the family kills a German Shepherd at the table, I'm not going to.
Party's over.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to go bury the dog and come back and be like, "Okay, what do we do next?"
Right.
Nope.
And why did they have him outside? And how come he couldn't come in?
He had to be invited.
But he was already inside the house.
He was.
It was his house.
No,
so,
he gave it to Will.
Yeah, but he was in the house.
To Joe. What were we going to say, Cobb?
I can't even remember now, man. That's the whole thing. It has so many holes in the whole story plot.
How did he
right there with the evil there?
I know.
The wife let him in.
Because he was completely Deadite when he was outside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
They got him outside of the house, and then there was no more father. So now he had to be invited back in. And the dog was dead inside the house, but came back when they were outside of the house. So now they had to be invited back in, which is why they couldn't be inside the house.
And he didn't come back in until the wife opened the window.
So hold on. Let's get to the next part. Cobweb talked about it earlier, and he was right. This was the scene for me. The dad, he stabs himself in the neck at the table, right? After the dog.
Yeah.
So Talia, what was her name? Tia and Joseph, which is the spineless son, the brother to Will, drive dad to the hospital. They're in their Subaru, whatever it was. It probably wasn't a Subaru, but I'm trying to play off of Deadpool 2, 3, whatever. And they're driving him out, and he starts losing his shit, and he gets Stabby McStabberson again. Stabs the wife, stabs Tia, the girlfriend, right? They crash, everybody's fighting, and what's his name? Joe's not doing anything. He's just letting dad beat up girlfriend, beat up him. Dad
has a chance to shoot him.
He has a chance to shoot him. There's a Glock in the glove compartment, and he can't shoot him. He takes the headrest. For those of y'all who don't know, the tips, if you pull out the top of your headrest on your car, if you're ever stuck in your vehicle, say there's water rushing in or fire or anything like that, you pull that headrest out of your car, and the tips that are on there will break the window.
They're designed to break the windows.
Yes, they will save your life.
Yeah.
And it will also stab through the face, head, and neck of your girlfriend if your father's a deadite stabbing people.
It will severely fracture your mandible and your maxillary.
He stabbed her a couple times with that thing.
And he got a few licks in.
Dude, when they closed the door on her fingers.
And her fingers just fell.
So there's dark comedy in this movie. So you see her hand sticking out the frame of the door, and then it closes, boom, and then just the fingertips are there. Then it pulls in the inside of the car. She shows her nubs. Then it cuts back to the outside, and the fingers are still on the end. And then you see 1 little, 2 little, 3 little piggy. What's the piggy story? I was thinking of the damn Indian story. Remember how they used to say that racist Bugs Bunny cartoon? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little. What was the piggy? This little piggy. Yeah, there you go. But so like the first 3 fingers fall off, and then the 4th one's just there.
He's hanging on.
And then it's like, oh, they're going to have the finger there. And then bloop, it falls off. Just dark comedy shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of dark shit like that. That car ride was fucked up.
And the whole time, Joe
took his ass.
Joe didn't do anything.
Nope.
Didn't do anything.
He got out of the car. He went. He
started running away.
Yeah. he got out of the. What was it? The sunroof.
The sunroof. Didn't try to stop Dad. The only reason he was fighting Dad was because Dad was fighting him.
Yeah, he was more trying to keep Dad off of him.
And then when Dad stabbed her in the neck, she was looking right at him.
Eye contact.
At Joseph. I mean,
my God.
He gets home. By this time, Alice had already dealt with the dog coming back to life. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to talk it to. So at the house, now it's the mom, the grandma. The grandma who has the elevator chairlift from Gremlins. Exactly. Which comes in, it's going to come into play later on. Cobweb, did you catch the Easter egg?
Which one? The Gremlins one?
No. When the Gremlins elevator chair is going up and Bruce Campbell's photo is in the family photos and he's just there like groovy.
He's there up on the wall. He's like,
I did not see that.
Uncle Ash is there.
Not many people did, to be honest with you.
Oh, I got to check that out.
We saw it and we all pointed.
And I was like, fuck it. Cantu's been talking all movie long anyways. Look, it's Ash.
Josh told me to shut the fuck up.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He did. He said, you see what he did with the chair? Wow.
This is a movie, like I said earlier, you don't have to be quiet in this movie.
And I knew this. And I only spoke during silence.
Was there a lot of people there at the
it was
when
packed.
You guys went?
It was packed.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, I thought Cantu was going to catch on because I would like elbow him a little bit. And then I'm whispering to him, I'm like, worst kid in Play story ever. And then he's like, ha, 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 all loud.
Loud, it's regular voice.
Well, yeah, but that's why I understand.
Damn, Cobb, apparently I'm a loud mouth motherfucker.
You doing what you do. I ain't got nothing to say about that. That's on you, bro. I mean, I don't make that much. That's the thing. I don't make that much movie. I don't talk in the movies, really. I try not to, so that's just me, but I always turn my phone off. I always think I'm polite. I mean, when I open up, my drinks or something like that, they might, because I'm using canned drinks. I don't buy any food beside the popcorn. I bring my drinks in with me and, whatever snacks or whatever.
Let's jump past the movie, past the extra scenes. We're leaving the theater, right? I told Deborah, hold the popcorn and my soda. I got to go pee. And luckily
always, yeah.
the one that we were at was the bathroom was you just walk out the door, make a left, boom.
It's a hook.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hook straight in the bathroom. Right. And then as I'm walking in, there's a special needs kid there. Right. And he's like, hello. I'm not going to do the voice. If we weren't on pod, I'd be doing the voice. But anyways.
He did the voice.
And he's like, hello. It's like, hey, how you doing? Hello. And then the guy that's watching him is like, Mikey, calm down. You know, this is a bathroom. You're not supposed to be talking about it. He's like,
I'm Mike.
He's like, I'm just saying hello. You know, and I'm in one of the stalls and I'm like, hi, Mike. Just stirring the.
Are you serious?
And then Mike's like, hi. Anyways.
You know what? And then y'all one step away from high fiving.
No, I'm in the stall, the solo stall. And then Mike starts talking about the movie in detail. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. Mike just saw Evil Dead burn with all of us.
The special needs, like super special needs guy was in there with us.
Like, I'm not even doing
and he was recalling.
I'm not doing the voice.
I was in there taking a shit in the urinal. That's how I know.
What the fuck?
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Mike looked at me and said, you need an escort.
So
y'all motherfuckers crazy.
So no. Hold on. And then I walk outside and Deborah doesn't know that Mike's in the bathroom or Mike's condition, right? And Deborah said, I had to move over here because that man in the wheelchair over there kept on staring at me.
He was. It was creepy.
I was like, what? She's like, she
was hiding behind a machine.
He creeped me out. And then I turn and look, and there's like 20 special ed people.
The theater was packed with them. It was all special needs adults. No children.
It was an outing.
It was an outing. But who's going to take, like some of these were severe special needs.
Like who got this approved?
To this movie. I think that this needs to be looked into.
Hey, bro, they grown people. If they wanted to go.
True.
The man that I was talking about, I didn't know.
Deb didn't realize. She just saw him giving her the piercing gaze, and she hid.
I was like, I just came out of Evil Dead. My brain's
Why are you hiding?
Well, because she was all scared from the movie. So this movie has a bunch of scares. It has a bunch of blood. It has beautiful camera work. I'm sure Cantu is going to get into it. The coloring. Once you get past the drab, plain Resident Evil 7 village house, and they get into the blood and they get into the fire. When earlier in the movie, when they get into the club, the color grading on this movie is amazing. The sound on this movie is amazing. It just didn't feel like Evil Dead to me. Anyway, so going back to the movie, we find out that Will and Joe's grandfather was one of the. I haven't linked him into the lore because I haven't verified the name or anything like that. But as you know, in the new versions of Evil Dead, all 3 Necronomicons are real. Where before they changed the canon, it was only the first one that Ash found
in the cabin.
In Army of Darkness. Which was in Kandar, which ironically, that's the whole point of the movie. They're looking for a Kandarian knife because that's the only thing that can kill the evil. That was another thing that we did talk about in the movies. Later on, when they find the knife, inscribed in the handle is carved the words Kandar. And I turned to Cantu and I was like, good thing this how did I fucking say it?
This multi-generational ancient
weapon, was carved in English.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And wait a second. Okay, that's the one thing I don't understand at all. Okay.
What's that?
Spoiler. Okay, since we at this part.
Yeah, we were there. They heard the intro. They're good.
Okay, when she kills, after she's got the knife, the dagger, right?
I agree with you already. I know where you're going. Yes, keep on, please.
Right. Why was he coming out when he was coming out of the house? Why was she backing away and running from him? It made no sense to me at all. You got the dagger. You know how dangerous it is. It can kill them. All you got to do is just touch them with it and they're done.
Exactly. You don't have to hit an organ. You don't have to cut off the head. You just go back to being Stabby McStabberson like everybody else in this movie and just like poke at them. Just as they swing at you, poke at them. That's it. Just hit them with a knife.
Exactly. They should be right. They should have been scared of her more than that. She should have been on the aggressive tip. I didn't understand why she ran at all. When I was like, I looked at Eric, I was like, why is she running? And she's like, what? I don't understand. I said, why is she running? And she was like, well, some people, you know, they just couldn't deal with it. It was kind of terrifying. I said, I could understand that.
She might not have all the lore. She knew that the knife was important, but she might not have known.
I'm going to have to call bullshit on her. Not on you, but on her.
Yeah.
Because that's when she found all the knives in the top. And then she was like, stabbed him. Nope, not that one. Stabbed him. Nope, not that one. Stabbed him. Nope, not that one. And then the other one, she barely even poked him. And he was like, haha, I didn't. Then he did.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't math well.
Maybe she's a friend. Maybe she's a friend of Mikey's.
Right.
I'm sorry, Mikey. I'm sorry.
She had just killed the dog too.
Yeah.
Why was she rerunning?
Yeah, she killed the dog with that underhand sweep up.
Yeah, right before contact.
Yeah.
She was donezo, yo. She was a fucking soldier. She got fucked up. Not in a minor way.
Well, and here's something I don't understand either. Okay, why the fuck? Explain to me why the fuck did she help old girl and bring up in that bathroom when they was running from her husband upstairs?
Because she wasn't okay. So mom gets possessed a little bit,
very little.
Only one of her eyes changed. So she hadn't died yet. She was still alive. She was just influenced a little bit. That's why she was still trying to help her.
Recognize her humanity. She didn't know what was going on. Remember, she doesn't know what's going on. This is all happening. She goes to the funeral and shit goes awry. You know what I'm saying? They get to the crib and shit is the worst thing that could possibly happen is all happening. She just can't comprehend. She doesn't know the Lord that like we do. None of them actually did.
It's like being in a zombie movie, not knowing to shoot him in the head. You've never seen a
zombie movie.
A zombie movie, yeah.
Yeah, she was having a hard time.
Yeah, to say the least.
To say the very least. So the next movie,
having a hard day.
The next movie is Evil Dead Wrath, which is actually a prequel, which is coming up pretty soon.
In April, I think.
So needless to say,
a prequel to what?
To Evil Dead.
The original Evil Dead?
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh.
It's gonna be a black and white.
So the movie ends. She survives, right?
Yes.
How does she survive? What's the
barely? She falls down into the pit, and it's right before she does.
So Will finally comes back. The guy that got burnt at the beginning, and this was something that I've heard on other reviews, and something Deborah and I had already talked about. Another thing that I didn't like when they're finally burning down the house. Mom, dad, brother, girlfriend, dog are dead. Now Will comes back. We find out he was an abusive husband. He had an anger management issue, and they were both arguing. And I'm not defending him, but there's other ways that they could have showed him being an asshole. Maybe they didn't want him to be a complete total asshole. But anyways, they were shoving each other, and he shoved her back, and then they spilled boiling water on her side. Like, if they really wanted him to be an asshole, they could have just showed him like him punching her or something.
Or cutting her.
Agree.
Yeah. And I'm not
because it didn't seem like it was really his fault. 100% of his fault that what happened.
It was their fault, both of them. And yes, he was an ass and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not defending him. Apparently, people are getting canceled now for feeling bad for the guy from Obsession.
He was a piece of shit, and she was staying with a piece of shit.
Yes,
we do it to ourselves.
And not only
wait a second, hold up. I'm with you. Wait a second now. Now let's look at this like legitimately, okay? They painted him as like they tried to paint him as some asshole or something else like that. And even I was thinking about it too.
He was,
but I mean,
he was a narcissist.
I don't think he was that. Yeah, seemed okay.
Well, that's what he did with his brother. I'm giving you this $2,000 pen because then now maybe you'll finish your books. She was an okay photographer until I bought her that badass camera. This is my club. This is my restaurant. He had his shit together. He tells that guy Mike. He tells that guy Mike, "Oh, I'm not mad at you. You're just the help," or something like that. He tells her something. You know what I mean? Because he bummed a cigarette from Alice. And so Will was an asshole, but I mean, I thought they could. All I'm saying is that they could have did a better job at making him an abuser as opposed to that situation. They were building that scar up. Like, how did that scar happen? How did that scar happen? And it was they were roughing each other around, tussling, and she pushed him. It's his fault that she hit the pan and the boiling water hit her on the side. But the way that they were building it up, I thought it was going to be something bigger. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Anyways, so Will gets there. House is burning down. It's his skeleton covered in beef jerky, and it looks just like Terminator 2. He's walking just like the T-1000. He has the mannerisms of the T-1000. Then he chases her to a construction site,
and he's running like this.
almost has the blade hands. Yeah. She falls into a pit, and then more body horror. There's a rebar sticking out of the concrete, and it pierces her ankle.
That 1-inch rebar too, yo. Ooh.
Then she has to lift her foot off the rebar to get out. It was that hot tar that
was tar that was coming.
That was coming in there, and then as she goes to she wraps the dad's pocket knife that she picked up earlier in the movie in some foil or something like that. And he's like, "Where's the knife? Where's the knife?" And she chunks it into the tar. There it is. So he jumps into the tar, but then she has a Kandorian blade and she sticks him with it, right?
Yeah.
Did she lose it in the tar?
No.
No,
she had it with her.
She had it with her.
She had it tucked when the ambulances were rolling up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were going to take it away from her, and I thought they were going to make an issue out of that. But yeah, she
make it like she killed everybody and all that. So as she stabs him, then he falls off into the tar, and it honestly looked like he was going to do the thumbs up from Terminator out of the tar.
Either that or throwing the finger.
And Deb said that. She's like, "Or he could have flipped them off," and I was like, "That would have been good Evil Dead comedy if he would have, just one finger up." Yeah. But nothing. And then the movie ends.
They just tease it.
The movie ends. She's there, and she's sitting on the ambulance. And
if he would have just went like this, and then it cut off.
The tease of the finger, and then bums a cigarette from the ambulance, the EMT. And
I'm not supposed to, bitch.
Just give me a cigarette.
Give me a cigarette. Give me a light too.
If I would have been the EMT, I would. Well, no, that was the thing. She had a lighter in her pocket. There were a couple times in the movie where she could have used fire, and she never pulled out the lighter out of her pocket.
She couldn't get her mind together, man. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
she's the type of lady whose mind works so that she sticks around with abusive men.
So true.
But you have to understand, like, she already had the whole abusive thing going. Then her husband dies. And then she goes to a funeral with the family that does not like her.
That becomes the family from hell.
And so she has all of this.
Enough story. We're done with the story of Evil Dead. There are a couple of key scenes that we left out. We left out the grandma and how fucked up the grandma is, right? And then she's all deadite out, and she's up the elevator chairlift, right? And crazy Tia, it was Tia, right, that did it? Like took the teeth out from her mouth.
Yes.
And then sucked on the dentures.
She started sucking on the dentures.
On both sides. She flipped it around and did the other side.
They showed it up in close detail, and then she sticks them back into the mouth of the grandma.
And is that what turned her?
That's what turned her. And then later on, when grandma's a deadite and she's kicking ass, Alice. I'm confused with the names. It wasn't enough to stick. You know what I mean? The names. Alice ties her leg up on the chair and then hits it, and it slowly pulls her away. So grandma's there, and some frames fall down. Picture frames fall down. She grabs a shard of glass and cuts through her. She's looking at her.
Starts sawing, staring right at her. Yo,
hard eye contact.
Man, that's brutality. That's the freaky shit. That's what makes horror. It's that staring in the eye, because she's staring in the camera. She's staring at you, and you are there, and you're just watching. There's no emotion. It seems like everything else is stopped on the scene, and it's just that, and it's unbelievable. It's like, this isn't happening right now.
Right.
Everything that happened right now, this is happening right now.
It's crazy.
Hello.
So the other scene is
Test.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, I was popping out myself.
Oh, okay. The other crazy scene, Dad, when he first turns officially completely all over, right?
Yep.
He's got the Glock and he's standing there and it looks like he's going to shoot at the family that's on the porch. But nope, puts it in his mouth. Bam! Doesn't affect him. You see the splatter and everything like that. Puts it to the side of his head. Blam! You see the splatter. Doesn't affect him. Puts it to the other side of his head. Blam! So by the end of this scene, he looks like Two-Face from the Christopher Nolan Batman movie. You know, when he's in the hospital and you can see like inside of his mouth through the mandible on the side and in the eye socket and all
The
that.
sinews crossing over.
Yes.
And he was making out with all his wife too.
So,
oh my gosh, yeah.
bro, you got no foreplay, bro. No foreplay.
Look,
We got to get him moist
This is
before we
nasty.
dive in.
Oh, that was moist.
So neither,
The moisture was
Exactly.
high. It's like
So
outside.
this
It was
is-
flood moist.
this is how the dad gets into the house. He's there at the window. Mom's up there with grandma.
You start spitting
Right.
game.
So he's at the window and he's just looking at her like, hey, what's up? What's going on? With half his face missing and all that. And one of her eyes is dead-eyed, lit up, right? And then she opens the window and he's like, hey, this is what we want. We always want to be together. It's just you and me, girl. Just play the music.
Yeah. I remember when I first met you.
Back in the day, you know. And then, like, she gets closer, and you're like, oh my God, he's going to bite her face off. And then they start making out. They start making out hard. And then
That wasn't making out. That was making in.
you see his tongue moving through the mandible on the side and all that. And I don't know if they did this with CGI or the actors just did it.
The fluids.
But as they were Frenching, right? Like his tongue's out and it's like lapped out, right? And she's sucking on the top of his tongue, like on the taste bud part of his tongue. But then you can still see all the veins and everything. Deb, you okay?
Yes.
She's getting Oscar over here.
But you don't like talking about flavor receptors?
Flavor receptors. She was
Happens to be a specialty of mine.
She was tasting the taste buds. That is.
She got that taste bud.
And then she says, "You haven't kissed me like that in a long time." And then she lets him in the house. Were there other very gross parts that we need to talk
The
about?
whole movie.
The cutting the fingers off, the stabbing through the neck, and then Tia shows back up at the house. Oh, dude! And then she pulls the seat out of her neck in front of everybody, starts whooping everybody's ass.
Yeah.
By the time they get to the point where Joe, who's the spineless one, stabs her in the neck with the same bottle opener, she says something that I thought. She goes, "Oh, you couldn't stop your father from killing me, but you're raising your hands to me?"
Yep.
And then she pulls the bottle, the corkscrew in front of her neck, across her neck, Benoit style, Chris Benoit style. And then, then she goes to make out with him, and there's a bunch of tongue, and the blood's pouring out of her neck into his mouth. And yeah,
what about the dishwasher
Didn't he throw it?
stabbing?
That's in the there's a trailer of that. There's a teaser of that out there where they can see.
Yeah.
I saw
They threw her ass in the basement, didn't they?
kind of teasing like the old school Evil Dead, but there was a scene that I wanted to point out to Cantu, but he went to go get a beverage refill, and the mom pulls out all the shish kebabs, right, that they had on the table, because the mom was dropping some bullshit. Oh, you need to know the difference between frozen food and real food if you're going to take over the restaurant. Just evil shit, and there's no Deadites or anything like. So the mom pulls out all the shish kebabs. What are they called? The skewers. Takes all the meat off, puts them in the washing machine, points up with all the forks, points up. And I'm like, who taught this bitch? Yeah, exactly. It was like, who taught this bitch how to load a washing machine? Which comes back later on in the movie. Just
Yeah.
No,
He becomes
let me tell you something.
What you got?
No, I know somebody that actually does do that. That did do that.
Uh-oh.
And I had a conversation with him about it, and I was like, "Why are you doing this? This doesn't seem like the right way to do it." And he's like, "Well, they get cleaner like this." And I was like, "No, they don't." I said, "This is dangerous." I was like, "At least take the knives and point the knives down. Can you at least point the knives down?"
So let's get to the end of the movie. So Alice wins. Everything looks bleak. You never find out how the grandma dies unless you stay for the mid-credit scene where grandma is cruising down the street. Not cruising down, she's crawling down the street.
Crawling down the street, and she's 6'4".
6'4". You beat me to it. And then up drives the car. It's like, oh my God, are you okay? How does grandma kill that person? Oh, she scratches her. She just scratches her across the face. Yep. And that spreads the disease, spreads the evil.
Did she say I am now or something?
So now we go to the post-credit scene. It's a funeral home. It's the mortician lady and her granddaughter, right? And they're like, Grandma, why do we have to stay so late? I want to go out and eat or blah, 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 blah. And this is the part that I was like, okay, well, now they're kind of touching on it. She's like, well, remember, we're short on help now ever since what happened. But they never said what happened. There were no police involved or anything like that. So I was thinking, is the mortician in on it? Is she hiding the bodies or whatever? So, and then they get to the urns where the unclaimed urns or people that have been
left behind.
What's the word?
Forgotten.
Cremated.
I don't know. That's what I want to happen.
Where's Mom? Oh shit.
That's what I want for me. Just by the way, I'll put that on record right now publicly. I want to get cremated.
So do I.
Me too.
So she's like, well, these are the bodies that haven't been picked. And the first name I can't remember, but from what I understand, that's the name of a character from the director's first film. And then the second name is Ellie Bixby. Bixler, right? Which is the mom from Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
The one in the peephole.
Yeah. Now I'm understanding.
So the little girl's left there by herself as grandma goes to check the phone or some shit. She's got to go do something. And
she's like, don't touch
anything. And little girl picks up the urn for Bixler and shakes it. And when she shakes it, she sees like the lights kind of flash a little bit. And she sees the silhouette of Ellie, of the mom from and she kind of gets freaked out. Lights come back on. And it's just the little girl there. She's like, whew. And the little girl turns around and there's Bixler standing there. And then she tells her something that's kind of like evil and kind of dark. And it's like, oh shit, they're going to fade to black. Nope. She grabs little girl by the head. Snap. Blood just starts squirting out of the neck. And you see the neck bone and everything like that. This is like a 10-year-old kid.
What the fuck?
That was for that little boy that was in the audience with us.
I told you the story of Guillermo del Toro when I met him at Bjorn's, right?
No.
And yeah, so a buddy of mine worked at Bjorn's back in the day when DVDs first came out, and he calls me. He's like, Del Toro's here. Come get him to sign something. He was working there, my buddy Eric, and not that Eric. And I was like, all right, fine. I drove over there, bought 2 Mimic DVDs. And then I told him, I was like, Mr. Del Toro, I don't mean to bother you or anything, but, can I get you to sign these? He was like, do you like my movie? I was like, yeah, I like your movie. He's like, you're not just trying to get to sign them so you can sell them? I was like, no. He's like, what's your favorite part? I said, well, to be honest with you, I like when the bug kills the 2 kids in the subway. And he's like, yes. He goes, in Hollywood, there's these rules where you can't kill the elderly and you can't kill dogs and you can't kill children. And I said, fuck them. I killed them all. And it reminded me, and that's exactly how this scene happened. Where, they killed the dog, they killed the elderly mom, and then this 10-year-old kid at the end, she just touches her on the head and it looks like she's caressing her cheek and snapped. Just and the spinal fluid and neck bone vertebrae all over the place.
They were like, fuck your rules. We did it.
So now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm liking the movie more and more. It still doesn't feel Evil Dead to me. I like the movie, but I'm not feeling Evil Dead.
This movie, for what it lacked hijinks. Evil Dead Rise is something that I noticed. They stayed true to the foundation that Raimi laid down.
Right.
But Raimi and Bruce Campbell working together, they was slapstick. Not in the original Evil Dead, but starting with Dead by Dawn, and then the following one, there was slapstick in there. There was moments it was just like, this can't be, this isn't horror. They were laying down a new foundation. They changed horror with that comedic aspect, and this movie it lacked that the dreariness and the monochromatic environment that was only changed by the color of the blood that was dripping and the flames that were burning. Again, this is about burning. Yeah, I think that's why it didn't feel like an Evil Dead movie, because it wasn't zany at any point.
So Cobb, I think I'm gonna like this movie more. I see what you're saying, Cantu. When I get it home, when I see it at home, and I can watch it more and more, and that's how I consume Evil Dead films now. In clips, watching it as I'm doing something. Oh, I'll pause it and come back, or just let it run. I have it playing in the background.
Right.
You know. And I'm not one to consume these movies in the theater. It's fine that they got our money, because that'll ensure more coming on. But they'll get paid also when you stream it, when you buy it on the first time that it's out for $22 or wherever on what, Paramount or wherever it's going to be. You know.
Yeah, probably fine.
Because I don't know how much of the money they get when it's in the theater.
It's not a percentage. That is decided at the contract when they decide how many theaters it's going to be released in, which theater or franchises are going to have access to it.
Yeah.
And they're going to project at that time they make the contract how much ticket sales they're going to generate. They make a promise, and that's what the contract ends up being.
Cobweb, do you want to throw out the theater that you saw it at? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I saw it at Cinemark.
Cinemark. We saw it at what's the name?
It was City Base 12.
Which is an independent.
It's the only independent commercial theater in San Antonio. Independent commercial, yeah. Everything else here is owned by Santikos or Cinemark. And this is the only independently owned theater. And it's in my part of town. Investing
into the south side of San Antonio, into the people of San Antonio. Santikos does also, but this is a independent place. Where we even saw the CEO. I don't know if she was the CEO or the next one right under CEO.
Is that both?
She was either number 1 or number 2 of the company before the film started. Which is pretty cool.
Showed both of them though.
Oh, okay. But yeah. I think it's about that time. Do y'all hear it?
I do.
I hear it. Oh, wait, that wasn't it.
Y la cerveza. Y la cerveza de Doom.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, this is the time of the pod where we bring out the calculator of doom, un calculadora de doom, and we rate the movie 0 to 4.9. Probably never going to see it again. 5 to 10 being that it's the shit, and we're going to watch it over again. So, Cobweb, you recommended this film, so go ahead and pick the order, please, sir.
Me, Josh, Cantu, Deb.
Okay, go for it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. If you're an Evil Dead fan, go see it. It's worth seeing. I mean, there are some loopholes in it, but it's an Evil Dead movie. I mean, it is what it is a lot of time. And I know, like, one thing that it kind of was to me that Josh pointed out was, how it didn't seem quite like an Evil Dead flick because it was very polished with very good gore. Some of the photography stuff was really high point. And it's kind of like you kind of used to sometimes like shit kind of look kind of cheesy on Evil Dead, but it didn't look like that in this one. Mm-hmm. It looked like, they put a lot into it at that aspect. And that kind of like threw you off a little bit because, you remember, I mean, if you've seen the first one, you remember the milk, so it is what it is. But hey, you know what? I'm going to give this movie a good 7.5, man. It was good. I enjoyed it. And when I watch it again, I'll probably watch it again. And I probably might even like it even more the next time I watched it. It just didn't have a high body count. But the bodies that they did kill out, they did justice with it.
I can respect that. All right. So, that means I'm next.
Yep.
It does.
Yep.
So, I think when we did the initial review, I gave it something low. Like I was never going to watch it again or something like that. But after we've talked about it and it's had a few days to stew, marinate, simmer. We had that. We talked about that, right?
Reduce.
In my mind, I'm gonna go along with Cobweb. I'm gonna give it the same rating of a 7.5. It is my least favorite Evil Dead film. My favorite one being Army of Darkness, followed by Evil Dead Rise. And then we won't go into the full count or anything like that. But yeah, this is my least favorite Evil Dead film right now until I give it a couple more chances. But yeah, 7.5 for me. Cantu.
I don't understand why you would rate it so low. So disappointed. I'm hurting my emotionalities. This right here, man. This might be the new level. This might be the new foundation of what the Evil Dead is now. I think it's understand that this franchise is now generational. We're in the 40 plus years that it's been around, and it's taken a long time. But Sam Raimi managed to whoop up a whole lot of money for this one. Evil Dead Rise was the same thing. Not as much money because it's smaller cast, not a whole lot of set pieces, right? But this right here, they were out in the woods. They were back out at the lake house. They were in the alleys and the clubs and the house where all of this went down. It didn't have the zany antics, and I wasn't expecting it. I went into this one just, what is this movie going to do? What is it talking about right now? I'm interested. I'm watching these as if I've missed a couple of movies. I haven't, but I'm approaching this because, honestly, I think that Dead by Dawn is my favorite horror movie of all time. And
just for Deb, that's Evil Dead 2. My bad.
Damn, all up in the Kool-Aid, don't even know the flavor. Damn, Josh.
Yeah.
My bad.
So this one, man, yeah, I don't go into these movies. I don't go into any movies with any expectations other than I hope it's good. And this is if I'm watching a movie that's part of a franchise I've never seen before. When I'm going into the Marvel movies, horror movies that are franchises, I sat down with this and I was like, I hope it's good because I want this whole universe to continue and expand. Mm-hmm. And I think that the amount of money that was spent on this piece alone and the level of the talent that was used, and the lack of zany antics, there was no cheese. You understood that it was connected to the other movies. They make sure that you understood. But yeah, this might be the new Evil Dead, the new face of it. And if that's so, shit, I'm around for another 40 years. I'm going to give this a 9.271.
No.
3.
9.2? 9.3?
Sigma. Delta. Yeah, 9.2.
9.2. All right. Debs.
He said what?
I agree with the what.
So I did like the movie. A lot of the times that this movie made me have me close my eyes. There was a lot of gore. That's not a bad thing about having me close my eyes. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. But I didn't at that time. I didn't feel like it was an Evil Dead movie. I feel a little bit different now after talking about it, and I'm listening to everybody's opinions, and now I see it differently. I have to watch it again to maybe I was looking forward to an Evil Dead movie, and I didn't find it in this, but I did like the movie. I have to agree with Josh and Cobb. I'm gonna give it a 7, only because I have to watch it again, so that there was a lot of things that I didn't like. I didn't like the whole ending. There was some other stuff that I didn't like, but if I watch it again in a different way, now that we've talked about it and I see it a different way, my score might go up higher. But right now, I'm going to give it a 7. Which, after we saw the movie, I gave it a 5. So
yeah, you did come up a little bit, and it seems like y'all have a new filter, a new set of lenses through which to view the movie, and I think that's pretty cool.
And I think I walked in with an idea of if we were going to watch an Evil Dead movie. You wanted some
groovy.
Yeah.
But instead you got the kiss.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So altogether, the four of us give the movie a 7.8 when we round up here. So that means we give Evil Dead Burn an 8. It's kind of it's respectable, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah. And that's all I got for this one. We didn't point out any of our social medias. Cast of the Pod on IG, TikTok. We're going to start updating all that pretty soon. Cobweb 411 on IG.
Redbeard Silver on TikTok. REDBEERD Silver. I've been getting some more content up there. It's time to get this fucking thing moving.
Oh, I was there was dead silence. I was waiting for Cobweb.
It's fun.
I was like, is he there?
Right before we started recording, y'all, Josh said, well, this is going to be our reference for syncing up with Cobweb because of the way that we have the recording situation going. So I just realized that this whole fucking pod, every time Cobweb, because I'm doing this, and I'm looking at an empty chair with a box on it.
So the avatar that we have for you as representation here, Cobweb, is a boombox.
It's a retro boombox with the cassette player and all the buttons and the knobs. And so this whole time I've been leaning over to the left every time we're talking to you or trying to listen to you.
You put a picture on top.
On the chair. Yes. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So it'd be the four of us.
It's like that episode of South Park when they were doing the Avengers and what's the name couldn't go, so they put an iPad on it
right now.
I'm looking at it too.
I was about to ask you a question. I'm looking right at the fucking box. We need to make a Cobweb effigy for the studio.
Effigy, that is the word I was looking for. Yes, now I'm gonna have to watch that South Park episode, Cobb. But all right, I think we're there. Man. Chucky talked about Cobweb, Evil Dead Rise, but he didn't call in for this one. Being just superstar Chucky.
Didn't he have a problem with us?
Yeah, he's got a problem. Yeah, not with just me. For the longest time, he had a problem with just me, but now apparently he has a problem with all of us because he's a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny because other than here, I don't know anything about him.
Dude, he's big. He's big everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for
he's big.
Except for San Antonio, Chicago, everywhere else he's huge.
He's kind of a big deal in Latvia.
Latvia. But yeah, big shout out. Everybody, give us a phone call at 786 podcast and reach out. Let us know. We have Undertone coming up. I'm going to put this out before Undertone, even though we recorded Undertone last week. Yeah, this one's more important since it's going to hit the algorithm. I mean, because more people need to hear it.
Yeah, because more people need to hear it for that reason. And also, if I can, I'm going to start a project wherein I'm going to find a way to synthesize a coherent podcast where I join the ideas of the paranormal and cuisine. So
You're throwing it out there already?
I mean, 'tis time.
Nice.
So if you are in the local area, because I'm not trying to fly nowhere, unless you're paying, and I do a full FBI background check on you, yeah, I would like to sit down and hear your paranormal stories, and we're going to integrate food some way. And I'm not talking about, I'm going to make you some blueberry pancakes. I don't get down like that. I make real food, and I want to hear real stories, and I'm talking about the real things, man. You heard a noise in the night. I'm talking about the stuff that keeps you up at night. If you got stories like that, I'd like to hear about it, and we could work something out and maybe get some really good product out, content.
I'm just looking forward to
That's
the food.
cool.
I mean, the content and the food.
Yeah, you know what? We need to work. It's going to have to be on an off day because, like, the scheduling that I have on these days, I get right out of work, then I go to the gym, and then I come right here, and then I go home after having woken up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
I can fix that problem for you. Just do the same thing I do. Don't go to the gym.
Wow.
Because I was going to the gym daily, and then I was like, you know what? This is making me tired.
It hurts. I'm not here to hurt myself. So yeah, no, I'm gonna get some food here, and that's something, man. Yeah, we're gonna get some food here.
I'm gonna flex the guns real quick. Just be like, see, look at that. Haven't been in the gym in a month. Look,
You about to rip a ligament? You better calm down.
No bust a blood vessel.
Shit, that was yesterday. Dude, I won't even let y'all know what happened yesterday. We were supposed to record an episode with Chuckles, and then I ended up in the ER. We were sitting right here, not even, 24 hours, well, a little bit over 24 hours ago.
You were sitting down and then your back blew out.
Hey, you okay, Deb? All right, there will be no discussions of backs being blown out here on the Cast of the Pod.
Yeah, pause.
I've been
Definitely pause, exactly.
I've been sitting down too hard.
All right, Club 3P, thank you for your support. Even though you're supporting fucking Cantu over here as he's talking shit. The only time I seen him talk more shit was when we were in the movies with him.
I was like, hey, Mike, what happened?
Yeah, now he's doing my callback before I was good because I was going to end the podcast with "Bye, Mike."
Oh, wow.
Maybe if you didn't say anything, I wouldn't be able to cut you off at the pass, yo.
All right, Cobweb, you have anything you want to say before we end it?
Oh, man, it's been a ride on this one. Love you guys.
All right, we're not hanging up yet. We're just ending with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Deb?
Yeah, I'm good.
Deb, anything?
No, I'm good.
Cantu, you said about your pod coming up. We haven't thrown out the name yet or anything like that.
No, I'm trying to come up with something classy and not cheesy, like blueberry pancakes. No. So it's the ideas rolling in. I'd like to have some content in the bank and get it edited and do the music and the sound and everything, and then introduce it and release it steadily. It's a project. You know what I mean? You know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
So as recommended, anybody out there who's wanting to start their own podcast and want us to help, we can do that. We can do that. If you're Club 3P, it's free. If anybody else needs some help or some mentorship, it's kind of free, but there might be a little charge or, maybe something like that also we can help with. But quick bit of advice. Whenever you're starting your podcast, you should bank up a minimum of 4 pieces of content. It doesn't have to be 4 full episodes, but release 4 different pieces of content on your RSS feed for your podcast. That way it gives you a boost in your algorithm right at the beginning and people to hear more, different things right at the beginning. But yeah, that's just a tip.
And also, I'm an
That's a freebie.
experienced audio
Exactly.
engineer, so I could help with the sound and recording and the mixing and the cutting side. And Josh does the photo flash, focus, record.
Indeed. to quote our friend, our coach Funaki, over at the Hybrid School of Wrestling, But anyways, yeah, that's it. We're done here. I'm Josh.
And I'm Deb.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
And I'm Cantu, and I'm not shitting in your local urinal.
Again.
Allegedly.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. You have been warned. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
See you in the funny papers.